Welcome everybody to the XoneBros. Hi. How's everyone doing? This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. And it's been another week. It's been another fun week of the social bros, social media bros out there doing yeoman's work on behalf of retards everywhere. They are doing the Lord's work. Hold my beer for dumb takes. That's what seems to be happening this week. But you guys, by the way, we jumped into. I saw you guys on Discord voice chat in our Discord channel. Everybody, if you want to join an awesome community in Discord, come join us on the Discord channel. But I saw you guys over there in voice, so I jumped in. It was fun. I was working while listening to you guys play, and then Spicy started streaming. It was great.
Yeah, Discord actually has a pretty decent streaming.
Yeah, they've
service.
got a good.
Yeah, Nintendo took it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They're like, hey, that's a good one. Let's do it with ours.
Yeah, they've got a good. They've improved. Let's just say that they've improved for sure.
Do you guys remember when we used to use like Skype and Vent? Feels so long ago, doesn't it?
Can you even download Skype? And
I think it's still bundled with.
Didn't we play like what was it? The Dawn of War games. You remember like 1 and 2 way back when, and we had to use Skype to talk to each other and stuff.
Like messenger apps.
Yeah. I mean, like in Warcraft, they use Vent a lot.
Yeah.
And
TeamSpeak.
Then we just went to TeamSpeak. Then we moved to Skype because it was Vent for a little bit. Then I moved to Skype. And then I think I just exclusively was on like 360 Party Chat because let me tell you,
that was a big. That was definitely higher quality.
I actually think humanity
peaked
during the Xbox 360 because some of the stuff. And I'll tell you this: I've heard a couple Counter-Strike lobbies recently. I think Counter-Strike is bringing it back. Like people just talking and just like saying, that's stupid, you know?
Counter-Strike's bringing it back.
Yeah,
huh?
I'm telling you, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2
on the 360
lobbies.
Those lobbies, those were the Wild West of voice chat.
And there's something about the Wild West that was just nice.
Just
you know?
nice. Jordan jumped into Red Dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they came out with after what 5 years?
After 4 years of zero support, like saying we're not supporting you. I mean, they have like weekly their little missions, but that's I'm sure on an automated
trailer as long as we don't get
automated thing.
Because Rockstar's Rockstar, but
no, it's fun. It took me. I was telling
Tales of the West.
I was telling both of you guys. It's like when you jump back into a Rockstar game after playing any other game, it's like whoa, like the controls are so Like once you get them, it's fine, but it's just everything is odd.
Yeah, they do have different controls. Yeah. Y's and B's. A lot of
Y's and B's and B's reload when every other game in the universe. I think they did that on purpose. Because so in Red Dead 2, X is to like jump when you're running, and also X is to climb. In most games, that button has been like B, because that's what From Software does, and that's everybody figured out. Hey, that works good. B is kind of your dodge, jump, whatever, right? And then X is always reload. Not in Red Dead. In Red Dead, I think someone was like, hey, screw these guys, switch them. B is reload.
Yeah.
And X is going to be climb and jump.
So this was not Red Dead Redemption, the game. This was Red Dead Online.
Yeah.
Specifically, they came out with an update. We're watching the trailer here. It's Strange Tales of the West.
I did the zombie one, which is the first one.
So really interesting. After years of not really much of anything.
I think Rockstar's just trying to dump all everything that they had going on as to do it before Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I think this is just they're just like, okay, let's put this out with enough time to make some money.
Yeah,
and then it's done.
And also, we're getting people back engaged in our game, so that when we drop Grand Theft Auto news, hey, there you are. Although I'm not gonna lie, to Jordan's point, I have thought about like, what if because I've been all of a sudden these channels pop up because I was looking it up, and so I've started following these Red Dead channels, and they've never left Red Dead Online, and there is something to be said about just wandering the plains, doing some hunting, griefing other players occasionally.
Yeah, that happened.
Did that happen to you?
You step right outside of camp and boom.
Boom.
It's the Wild West out there, man. Yeah. We were outside of Armadillo.
Oh.
And you take one step out of camp and...
You were there with Barbara Blake. Did he get your back, though?
Well, he died too.
Oh, so you guys were...
Oh, that game is so funny. This is why I love those games. So we're sitting there in camp, and there's this big gunfight going on around us. And we're like, well, we're in camp. We're safe. We can just watch it, you know. So there's a big gunfight going around us.
It's like fireworks. 4th of July.
Yeah. And so we both decided to sit by the campfire. Like, so we're sitting on a bench. And Blake's horse, I think his name is like Pigley's Ghost or something, is right there next to the campfire with us. And all of a sudden, bullets start coming in at us. But like when you're in your camp, and I believe you have the white flag up or something, you're immune.
You're
so
immune,
you can't get shot. The horse, on the other hand, started freaking out, and all of a sudden, like the horse got shot, and it reared up and turned, and it kicked, and it nailed Blake's character, blew him off. off the bench. It was the funniest. I was like,
did you record that?
I think he did. I was laughing so I was like, oh my goodness. That was, yeah. So, and it's
Barbara Blake, if you're listening to this, when you listen to this, drop that. We have a game captures channel in Discord. We gotta see that.
It was the fun. And it was just like it was. And I'm sitting there like, dude.
But I'm sure your review was more hilarious.
I was like, that happens, and I'm like, no one does it better than Rockstar, man. Like they know how to make it.
Yeah. Someone in chat asked, "Is this Undead Nightmare quality?" I've heard it's
not even close. No. So basically, what it is this is the first time I've done like a Telegram tale. Is how you go into it. You go into your Telegram section and hit it. It is literally. I thought there was going to be cutscenes. There's not. It's literally just a mission. So it's the first mission is like, you think there's going to be a cutscene. You're like, oh, okay, and then they just like zoom down into your character, and it's like, grab 4 corpses. Good luck. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then you just go and do like this first one was zombie related. It looks like they're all, different, whatever, different funny, fantastical stories or whatever. But yeah, it's just a little co-op mission is what it is. And that's, I assume, what all of them are. So it's nothing. It's no Undead Nightmare. That was the vibes I was getting.
Yeah, same. That's why I was super stoked. That's why I sent you guys the trailer.
And it's free. Like it's not, you don't have to pay for it or anything. So I mean, just load it up. It's there. The game, I found myself when I loaded up the game because I went into single player first because I'm like, oh, I gotta get reacquainted.
Yeah.
I kind of picked up where I left off. The game is pretty. I didn't realize they had a Series X and S update for Red Dead 2. So I mean, the game still looks really good. I just kind of started collecting cigarettes again. Just going like, all right, well, I mean, I'm here.
Here I am. Might as well.
Just look like there's a cigarette case over here.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feel this way. It feels like, and I don't blame them. It makes total sense for them. GTA Online is the crown, the gold standard. They are making so much off that. Why waste time on Red Dead Online, and what do you do here, and why split your audience and your resources? But it just feels like there was so much potential for Red Dead Online that they got to a point where it's like, man, it's okay, it's fun to play in, but they never put the time in for like a Grand Theft Auto
I'll be honest, like not playing for a long time, there is a lot in the multiplayer now.
Yeah,
but I just think GTA Online is like far more popular and stuff,
Well, I don't blame. Like I said, I don't blame them for making that. It just is a shame because I would love to spend my entire life in that game.
What's interesting? Oh, it's just fun being a cowboy.
Yeah,
What's interesting is this is volume 1, so I wonder if they're going to release.
There's 4.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
okay.
there's gonna be 4.
Are they going to release them throughout the year? Because once GTA 6 comes out, I mean, you're kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
these games aren't dead.
So there's two theories that,
like you said,
there's two theories that the next one drops on Halloween or it wraps up on
by Halloween,
kind of thing. So, and I can't remember what it is, but yeah, it's a shame. I mean, where it's at. Red Dead Online, super fun, but it's a shame it just never became. They never wanted to make it the GTA Online version.
Do you think they'll do a Red Dead 3? After GTA 6?
Yeah.
20 years from now?
It's too big of a IP to not do anything with it.
Yeah, because didn't Red Dead 2 break records? Like $400-something million in 24 hours?
It was fantastic. Yeah. I mean, it's too big of a IP to not do something with it. So,
how do you combine the worlds?
You have like
Back to the Future,
Westworld.
Oh, Westworld. That Red Dead 2 this whole time was just Westworld. And in GTA 6, there's a whole section.
You were actually Franklin this whole time with a VR headset on. These characters didn't exist. That's crazy. Can I tell you what I hate about Rockstar?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. News drops. Okay, I have my X1 the Gamer channel once again instantly get out the news. Stranger Tales is coming, everybody. Get ready, do a short on it, spend, 20, 30 minutes putting it all together, publishing it, pops, global ban. So I say, okay, well, I just can't use this trailer. So what do? I go grab an original trailer from the original Red Dead Redemption 2, global ban.
Hey, does that mean the footage on this screen is going to ban this podcast?
No, we're a few days in.
Yeah,
now.
this is the company.
This
You
is
remember
the
when they
thing
banned
did last time?
They banned everybody for the first 48 hours, so their YouTube channel could skyrocket the
Yeah,
views.
they do a blanket ban.
and then once they're at an unattainable number, they don't care anymore.
And so anyone that did drop news, I noticed what you have to do. They never showed the trailer. Like, you can't show the trailer. You have to show your own gameplay footage. So even then, I think it's risky because they're looking at what's in your title.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Rockstar and Nintendo, they don't mess around. I wouldn't be
don't
surprised
blame
if they
them.
use the same firm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. But it very much frustrated me. I was like, well, there you go. I can't. I love your game, Rockstar. Thanks for
Just
nothing.
Just wanted to spread my love
Just
of your
wanted to
game.
spread
and you
love.
Stepped on
I just
me.
wanted to use you for my own personal gain. You sons of bitches. Big news this week is Xbox made some layoffs.
Well, Microsoft
Made layoffs. Xbox was a part of that.
that.
Now, some of you might be seeing the freak out that is social media. Most of you probably have no idea this is happening, and your Xbox is still firing up today. You're still in love with Game Pass, and big news came out. Helldivers 2 is officially coming to Xbox. So everything was good, unless you're on social media and you're listening to the social media bros, or you somehow think that gaming media journalists still matter in 2025, and you're listening to them. Both would be misguiding you and thinking that the world is over. So some big things did happen here. It was kind of a big deal. Perfect Dark is canceled. The Initiative studio has been shut down. Rumor was for a while now that was having a development issues. That was in development hell. Everwild is being canceled. Be honest, don't care about that game at all. So at Rare, multiple studios suffer layoffs, including 50% at Turn 10. Great. Several unannounced projects being canceled, so we never even heard about them. And then they did clarify, they came out afterwards and clarified next-gen console plans not impacted by layoffs. They also clarified that anything shown off at the Xbox Game Showcase also not affected by the layoffs. I would like to read, before we have this discussion, just Phil Spencer's internal email. Everybody is using this as an opportunity to say Xbox is dead. No, nothing changed from last week to this week. Literally,
Except Microsoft's stock went up.
Yeah, literally the entire tech industry is going through this. And here's what Phil and the number that players are conflating and that social media bros are conflating. Microsoft had 9,000 layoffs. That number sounds huge. Within that 9,000, the Xbox brand or the Xbox offices are affected.
Yeah, so it's not 9,000.
So it's not 9,000 from Xbox, and a lot of
9,000
and people are
from-
conflating that number. That's not true. Second of all, 9,000 just sounds like a lot for Microsoft. Well, Microsoft has over 250,000 employees. 9,000 is nothing.
It was, I believe, 4% of their global workforce.
Yeah.
Less than that, because that was less than that, less than 4%.
Yeah, nothing, not even close. And then the Xbox division, including their studios, has over 20,000 employees. So even if you're talking 1,000 or 2,000 of that, like that's still nothing in comparison. So let me read to you though what Phil Spencer said in the email, and then we'll go through why I think all the outrage. There's no reason to be outraged. Xbox is crushing it. Xbox is still leading the way. And we'll go from there. Phil Spencer said, today we're sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing, here's the key, everyone, removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness.
Do you want me to translate that?
Go ahead.
Bloat.
Bloat. everybody, the entire tech industry has been bloated, is bloated. Everybody knows it. I would remind everybody that Twitter removed 75% of their employees, and everybody said they were doomed. Yeah. And come to find out, looks like there was a lot of bloat there. And it's just because the nature of tech, it's so scalable, and especially during COVID, money was coming in from everybody, everywhere. Everyone was home playing games, getting free money from the government. Everybody hired under those conditions in the tech space, and now that's pulling back. And that's not the only reason. There's also giant shifts happening across tech. It's a giant disruption across gaming. So really, all the outrage, all the oh my gosh, this is huge, this is over, Xbox is over. You either have to ignore Phil Spencer's comment entirely, that we're removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. So middle managers, which I can tell you firsthand, middle management absolutely destroys projects. Spicy, I know, has stories about interacting with middle management that absolutely destroys projects.
Daily,
yeah. So you either have to have not known that, or you have to say Phil Spencer is lying to us. And that's an entirely different discussion. I don't think he is, and I don't think... And this makes sense. And when you look at what was canceled, when you look at the studios that they decided to shut down, Perfect Dark being canceled, well, they were having some studio issues. They haven't made a game in 7 years. They put all this money into it. Makes sense. Yep, that seems like a appropriate thing. Same at Everwild. 50% at Turn 10 Studios. I am sure they're a really successful studio, known for Forza, absolutely crushing it there. Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of bloat. When you look at who is posting, hey, I'm part of these cuts. What I'm seeing a lot of, now this isn't everybody, what I'm seeing a lot of is very like, I was on the community social media team, or I was on the community team.
I've seen a lot where is basically like creative management. Like it actually is a lot of management roles.
Yeah. So I think this makes sense. The reason that I believe it is because... Number one, what we're learning of what studios were closing and who got removed. And number two, the entire industry has also gone this way. Like, it's not like this is a decision made in isolation. So everybody just needs to pump their brakes, take a deep breath, go follow X1 the Gamer on YouTube, because, I mean, I called it.
Yeah.
And don't fall for the social media bros nonsense. Spicy. Thoughts on this? Are you worried? Am I missing anything? Did I leave anything out? Did you disagree with me anywhere here? What are your thoughts?
Well,
and let's talk about middle management, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So, I think there's an issue here that causes so much outrage, and I was talking to Jordan about it earlier today. The journalism traditionally has been, you had advertisers.
Wait, can you re-say journalism?
Can I re-say it?
Re-say it real quick.
Journalism. Oh, quote unquote journalism. Well, like traditionally, like 30 years ago, journalism, you had ads, advertisers put on commercials in between. And so this is me. There was an integrity of, they're just bringing just the news.
Yep. Because there was just bringing the news was profitable.
Exactly. So then the internet comes along. Then you have bloggers, you have opinion pieces, you have stuff like that where things are opinionated, but you still have those news outlets, right? Now we're getting to the point where the profession is no longer journalism; it's outrage.
Yeah,
that is what brings in the money, regardless of what side you're on. Extreme on this side or extreme on this side. What makes and breaks and pays the bills is outrage. And that, I feel, is what is causing the root of what we're seeing with this is, well, this is perfect. People get, this is perfect. Microsoft's laying people off. Instead of saying 3% are being laid off, let's say 9,000, because that sounds worse.
Yeah.
And I mean, when it was Sony, it was a percentage. When it's Microsoft, it's an actual number.
Yeah.
Which I see a bias there, but whatever. It's whatever.
Well, whatever. We won't talk about that.
But the point I'm making is it's the business is outrage. The business is not the news anymore, and that's what pays the bills. And so, that's in all spaces, I feel.
Yeah, no, it is. You're true. It's true. Sports, same way, no difference.
Yeah. So I think that's what's happening here. Going to going to, you know, seeing the clips. David, you were showing me clips before the show, and it was Microsoft is dead, Xbox is dead, Xbox is no, and
I guarantee you, the next one, Bethesda's going away. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
And it's really odd to me because, I mean, I even looked at this, you know, like look at Microsoft stocks in the last 24 hours, in the last week, in the last year, in the last 5 years. Oh my gosh, if I would have put money into Microsoft 5 years ago, holy smokes. Have you seen those numbers? I mean, probably everything in the tech space, right? But to answer your question, Microsoft is not dead. Actually, the beginning of that email, I think Phil Spencer talks about how you know why, or in the middle of it, why are we having the best year we've ever had, the most thing, and doing this? It's to stay lean and to stay versatile. Do you want to read what he says?
Yeah, he says, I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform hardware and roadmap have never looked stronger. We can all attest to that. Everyone was saying that a week ago. The success we're seeing currently is based on tough decisions we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success in future years, and a key part of that strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. That's business 101, everybody. And by the way, that's not evil. Like that is how you get innovation. That is how you get. Now, does it suck if you're a part of that and you were good at your job? Yeah, of course it does.
Well, I mean, I've been a part of layoffs before.
Yeah,
and
we all have.
Yeah, and it sucks for days, weeks, maybe even months. It hurts. When I got laid off, I had just bought a house, and I had just married about a year previous, and I had just bought a house. A month later, I get laid off, and it is like one of the scariest things you can go through. It sucks, but to be honest, that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
Yeah,
because
it forced you to do stuff.
It forced me into the direction that I took. And businesses, they ebb and flow. I mean, when you have prosperity in a business, the bloat starts to accumulate, and businesses expand and decrease and expand, and profitable businesses and businesses in general that, you know,
expand and contract.
It's the breadth of business, and it happens all the time. Yeah. It's not anything new, especially a company that has been as successful as they've been in the last 5 years, according to just the stocks that I looked up, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's my opinion. I'm just a guy that draws and takes pictures for a living, so take it as it is.
Yeah, Drugman, how about yourself? Any thoughts? Anything you want to add, take away from here?
Well, I think I'm just getting older, and I'm just tired of like emotional, like gut emotional reaction.
Yeah,
like it's just for example, like you have people coming out saying like, oh, this is just the greed of Microsoft. Like, okay, well, I mean, maybe, or maybe it's not. Maybe they're trying to get rid of bloat, like they said. And what Phil Spencer said, getting rid of a lot of middle management, seeing the people that got laid off, a lot of their positions were in middle management. I mean, maybe that's true. You know, I mean, I think a lot of people, you guys especially, can attest to, you know, when you want to get something done, having to go through all these extra layers of people just causes problems. So I thought a lot, well, as a end user, which is what I am, how does this affect me? Does it get me games better and faster? If so, as an end user, you know, I don't, you know.
Can I tell you what happened as an end user for you today? You got Helldivers coming to Xbox from PlayStation.
Okay, can I just say
PlayStation title? Wait a minute. PlayStation's going multi-platform?
Oh, yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah,
Guys, they're dead.
They must be.
They're dead. They're no longer making consoles. They're out of the game. They are going multi-platform.
I don't think that's what the news is saying. I'm pretty sure they're saying what a pivotal strategic.
What a great strategic move by Sony.
5D chess is being played.
4D chess move by Sony. Right there.
Well, that's the other thing. Like everybody's calling for like Xbox management to be fired and this and that. It's like, well, but you know what? I was saying this. You know what I realized today?
Yeah, people are saying
go ahead, people don't. People, it's like they want to go back to like the exclusivity console war era. And the reason I say that is because, like, over the past, 10 years, since 2013, Microsoft has become more and more consumer-friendly with a lot of these decisions and features they offer us. And that's all under your current Xbox leadership.
Name some.
One that I just utilized this last week. I replayed my old games, FPS boost on older games. Also back compat, using that on older games, not having to purchase games again that I already own on back compat.
I used to do that all the time. Play anywhere, is a big
Play anywhere, Game Pass by itself. I mean, the list goes on of all these consumer-friendly these consumer-friendly features that they've implemented for Xbox users, and it's to me, it feels exhausting saying, this is all corporate greed and everybody should be fired. And then you had one...
Phil Spencer hates you. I've literally seen that
You had one dinkwad that was like, just get rid of all of Microsoft. So your solution to 9,000 people...
I'm so mad you have fired people. Fire everyone!
What are you guys talking about? And then the other thing that's been slightly annoying me lately, and this is just, David, you've said it before, social media lives in the now. I mean, I think we can all empathize with the people that lost their jobs. It's a very sucky situation, and hopefully everything goes well. But people were using the CEO of Nintendo, like, look what he did during COVID, and he cut his pay to save his employees. And it's like, well, Nintendo's global force is 8,000 employees compared to a global force of 200 and what?
250.
Yeah, you want Xbox to go down to 8,000? Because that would mean a lot of layoffs, everyone.
And so it's like, okay, Nintendo is being praised as the hero today. Yet, I remember a time 3 weeks ago.
The price.
When
Nintendo's dead.
was the bad guy because they released a $4.99 console and they have $80 games.
And remember?
And their key card. So Nintendo's a terrible person 3 weeks ago, but now they're the hero.
Let's go in the Wayback Machine to a few weeks ago.
Yeah, to literally 3 weeks ago.
Outraged journalism.
Yeah, when all of social media was saying Nintendo hates their customers, Nintendo's dead. And what did we say on this show? Guys, Nintendo's going to sell out.
Nintendo is in damage control. I've heard it from the insiders. They're in damage control mode.
To crush it. And guess what it did? It absolutely crushed it.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Nintendo made a stupid decision that,
Did they, though?
Yeah, they freaking sold their dumb WiiWare game for $10.
Was it a dumb decision, though? Did you buy it?
I am going to safely say, no, I did not buy it. I am going to safely say, if you spend $10 on that Wii game, you need to look at your financial situation.
Wait, what?
There's the WiiWare game that they packed in that they sold for $10.
That explains the game, but you have to pay for it?
Yeah, but you have to pay for it. You have to. It's literally paying for the manual.
Toxic Buttwin in chat says, I work for a big brown delivery company.
I wonder which one.
He said they did the same thing last year, and I don't remember anyone saying we're going out of business. That's the thing. In the video that I did, that I dropped on my channel, in the tweets that I had, everybody saying, yeah, this is happening in my company too. Like it's just what it happens.
Well,
I think what you have. So can I read this from Jez Corden? So Jez Corden is the editor-in-chief of Windows Central, and what you have here is just like a lack of explanation. So here's what he says. It's Microsoft's. This is part of a larger tweet. I'm just reading this sentence. It's Microsoft's top-down that needs to change, and its attitude to its customers and employees. Okay. Explain. Like what attitude? So I can't speak from an employee standpoint. I'm not an employee. I don't know what that is. Okay. So let's just even give him the employee standpoint. But its attitude towards its customers. As an Xbox customer, I have never been more excited for Xbox. I've never been more satisfied at what I'm getting and what is coming on the horizon. And I've never, since I haven't been as engaged in Xbox since the 360 days. I see Xbox leading, and I'm in a way that they haven't led since the 360 days. And I could not be more excited. I'm incredibly excited for Game Pass. I'm excited at all the acquisitions that they made. I'm excited at the rate of releases that we've been getting from big studios. I'm excited for their partnership with a handheld that's coming at the end of this year. I'm excited for the next-gen console in 2026 that is still on the docket, that is supposed to be the biggest leap in a generation. I'm excited for what they're doing with cloud gaming. I'm excited for what they've done with bringing their app to LG televisions, to Samsung televisions, to Fire TV sticks.
You mean you're excited for very consumer-friendly decisions?
But Jess Gordon is telling me that the top-down needs to change and its attitude towards its customers. But you've not done anything to explain that. That's my point here. Is there's a lot of moral virtue signaling hand wringing that I don't understand. Also, this like they just need to. You know how many times I've seen this over? They just need to do better, Xbox. This is just very disappointing. Oh, really? Sorry. Did you know someone that was laid off? No, this is very disappointing. Oh, was your family laid off? No, this is just very disappointing. Were those good employees? Were those bad employees? Do you know anything about what the jobs they were doing there? No, this is just do better, Xbox. Like since when do you shop at Costco? Well, they made a whole bunch of layoffs last week. Sue behind the counter got laid off. Why are you not outraged at that? Like, why is there this entitlement for customers? As long as you're bringing me the product that I want as a customer, that's your job to me. Anything that beyond that, unless you're abusive to your employees, but if you're just doing standard business practices like this is, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. There's no entitlement here. Like,
well, that
I find galling, shocking, and morally devoid of any point.
So, I was thinking of Turn 10. Turn 10 cut 50% of its employees. Yeah. I thought to myself, can Turn 10 still make a top tier racing game with 50% less employees? And if the answer is yes, then I don't see a problem with what happened.
Hold on, let's suggest Cruise Masterworks. Oh yeah, Costco employees are making games. Bro, you need help. First of all, Cruise Masterworks, you're missing the point entirely. My point is that you as a consumer, hey, you're here on YouTube. How many YouTube employees were let go last week? Do you know? I guarantee you it's in the hundreds. In the hundreds every single day. Being let go. Are you banning YouTube? Are you mad at YouTube for that? Google themselves are making tons of layoffs all the time. They're in the tech industry. They're being affected by these shifts as well. Where's the outrage at that? That's my point. You're a gamer, bro, but you consume products across your entire life. Sorry, do you not go out to eat? Do you not buy groceries? Do you not watch television? Do you not consume Netflix or music or movies? Because every single industry has stuff like this happening every single day, and nobody is outraged at it. But when Microsoft does it, all of a sudden it's the end of the world.
Yeah, Sony did it. No one cared. Well, I mean, I don't want to say no one cared, but, it wasn't the outrage.
Yeah. And it's a
EA
foolish, immature
I mean, if you want to stay in the gaming
outlook.
space...
Now you could say, well, this doesn't look good for Xbox. I'm concerned about that. That's fine. That's a reasonable discussion. It's the over-the-top outrage and moral virtue signaling that is so annoying.
Well, that's my question, Cruz, that I just asked. Forza lost 50% of its workers. Can they still make a top-tier game? If the answer is yes, which I believe it is, what were the point of those employees?
Yeah. Preach.
That's
preach.
Yeah, you know what annoys me? David, you were talking about what annoys you.
Oh, yeah.
Like 5 emojis and more emojis than words in a sentence.
Yeah, the laugh emoji.
I'm sorry, Cruz. I'm sorry. We're talking to someone in chat. That's what's bringing this up.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is. I mean, that is like a prime example. Thank you, though, Cruz, for being here, because you just illustrated the dumb takes we're talking about. Like that's precisely it. Reactor Leak in chat says I work at Facebook, and not surprised at all that this is happening. Yeah, I'm in the tech industry. I'm in the mobile gaming space. Not surprised. Like, this is what's happening across the board. We are living through a disruption period, and this is it.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. It's an exciting time.
I just don't get. Yeah, it's just a lot of outrage for stuff I don't understand. Like I said, and I'm going to keep saying this. Microsoft over the past 10 years has been Xbox specifically, has been the most consumer friendly, besides a couple indie games, right? Has been the most consumer friendly publisher platform out there by far. So why are we calling for them to go away? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Well, I don't think anyone's calling for it. I think they're just.
you had
the professionally outraged are.
Okay, yeah.
You had quite a few people.
They got to pay the bills too.
It's doomsday. It's doomsday, and the point is, no, it's not. Like nothing has changed. Xbox
Yeah,
is still
what has
absolutely
changed?
crushing it.
And I get that's my other question. What has changed for the end user with all these decisions?
Nothing. In fact, today we got Helldivers from PlayStation, and I'm debating, guys. That's big news of the day. Helldivers. In fact, we should play that trailer. That trailer's pretty good.
Helldivers trailers are peak. They're so good. They're my favorite.
Helldivers, Sony-owned IP, announced today, coming to Xbox, thus making, first of all, I think proving Xbox 100% correct here, that this is the correct strategy. We've said it. We've been on this boat the whole time. And now Sony taking note and taking their IP that they own and publishing it on Xbox. Xbox is failing so hard that Sony is making this move. That's what I'm to gather here from this. Answer: they're not, and that's the whole point here. They're not. There were some decisions made to become more efficient, to become a better, to make sure that you have long-term success. Now we get Helldivers. I think this is monumental. I think this is Sony, and Sony will slowly move in this direction. And remember, we had this discussion, was it last week or a few weeks ago, where I said, I just don't see how Sony long-term isn't forced to start making these moves. And this is the perfect game, because it's a live service game. You need players.
You can compare Helldivers to like a Sea of Thieves. I know they're completely different games, but it's ran its life cycle, and now you throw it on a new console, bring up another hype, a bunch of, just like Sea of Thieves did.
And I think that's the reason Sea of Thieves was one of the first games to go over onto PlayStation. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Helldivers is the first PlayStation one to move over multi-platform, because it makes monetary sense. And it makes sense for the health of your game as a live service game.
You know what?
And lore-wise, it totally makes sense. You needed many.
Yeah, I hear Super Earth is under attack. And they need to conscript a few more.
And we're conscripting all the Xbox players now. It just makes sense.
So this is dropping in August.
You know what's interesting about the August release date? Yeah. So it's August 20-something, but it's actually the same release date as Gears of War on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice trade.
I think there was maybe a little golf match discussion that was probably...
There was some general managers talking, negotiating some trades there. So there's two bundles that you could get. There's the standard, and then there's the Citizen. What is the Citizen bundle? It's like the upgrade. Is it... because you guys have played this game. You guys went pretty hard on this game for a while. Should I get the upgrade? The nice thing is the upgrade's only $50, so it's like a $29 game and then $50.
Very, very few games I would say get it, but in this one I would get it because it is pay to win.
Okay.
You literally in like the battle passes or whatever it is they release, it is weapons and it is abilities.
Oh yeah, 'cause didn't you get like a specific battle pass?
Yeah, spend money on this. Super Earth needs you.
Sorry, I put in Hellblade.
Helldivers.
No, yeah, you'll end up buying it anyways, and usually those deluxe packages give you
the Super Citizen Edition is what it's called.
Well, I wonder if they're gonna backlog all of the battle passes that have come out.
I sure hope so, and I sure hope that I will be able to retain my account.
Sounds like you won't be able to.
Oh, yeah.
I even told him. I said, "Hey, I'll sign up." I even said, "Hey, I'll sign up for your Sony account."
That sucks.
Just let me get my PC
the
stuff.
thing is, Xbox makes you do it for Minecraft. It makes you do it for Forza. It makes you do it for on PlayStation.
I just not that I care to sign into something else. I just want my stuff to carry over from the PC.
No kidding. Like, you don't understand.
There was a lot of hard fought battles.
So basically, you're going to have to play from the PC.
Now, it is cross-play, which, I mean, if it wasn't cross-play, then there's no point in this game coming to the console. We did see that it's cross-play.
Okay, so here's what. So Helldivers 2 is $39.99, and you get Helldivers and the Helldivers 2 bonus pre-order code.
Which I'm sure is what we got when PC, that pre-order pass.
Yes. Get it, because you'll get those 20,000 credits or whatever it is.
Plus weapons.
So that's $39.99. Pre-order the Helldivers 2 Super Citizen Edition is $59.99. You get Helldivers 2, obviously. Then you get the pre-order content, which comes with the first one. You get Helldivers 2 Super Citizen content entitlement. I don't know what that is. There are pictures here. Looks like some sweet, sweet stuff.
Well, see, like even the suits in this game, like the clothing you wear gives you perks.
I remember the bonus perks weren't all that great once we unlocked everything.
But then you get Helldivers 2.
We look good.
What's a war bond token? Helldivers 2 war bonds.
So war bonds are like the battle passes, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
It's lets you unlock stuff. Which,
So maybe they're gonna list all the war bonds and you get to pick one for free.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here's what the pre-order... So if you just pre-order the standard, here's what it is. It's a TR7 Ambassador of the Brand promotional armor.
Yeah, it's probably the same stuff the PC got when it first
the
came
Knight and the Cavalier of Democracy armor. Then there's the special edition, gets the Savior of the Free armor set. Just look at that name. Savior of the Free.
well, see, that's how you can name your ship. That's one of the funnest things.
That is cool.
Because they have choices, and it's like Spear of Liberty.
I think I was like Fist of Justice.
Fist of Freedom.
Yeah, Fist of Freedom. Yeah.
Well, like, look at this. Look at this. You get... This is in the special edition. You get the Will of the People cape.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, this is...
Super citizen status. I don't know what that is.
I'm almost kind of excited to like experience this game again for the first time because those initial weeks and first months or two before, slight PR disaster, was really fun.
It was awesome.
I mean, let me tell you, David.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing better than a giant bile monster running at you, and you just got some guy holding his ground.
You're on his back feeding the missiles.
Oh, that's the best part. Yeah, you can feed the missiles faster, and you're just like, it's like the old World War II days where you're like, am I ready? Fire!
Yeah. Tap the helmet. Ting, ting.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, you know it is.
Go for it. This game is brotherhood.
That actually is a feature. Like you. So
if some guy's like sitting there shooting a rocket, you can go up and attach to him and just start feeding him rockets.
Yeah, so you can go faster.
That's
And
funny.
yeah,
What is this? What is the Stratagem Hero ship game? Do you guys know that?
So
does it come?
There's
it
like
comes in the special edition.
I think there's like a little arcade on your ship, and you can play like a little
Okay.
game.
On the Spear of Liberty.
Well, don't they have? Because remember, they had. I don't think is that a paid thing. Maybe it's something different. Because there was like a little arcade thing that let you practice stratagems. Because stratagems are cool. You have to dial in a code to call it in.
Okay.
So there was a little like arcade game that like kind of warmed up the fingers.
Yeah. Your stratagems are basically your abilities that you can call down from your ship, and like there's a big laser that can come down, and how you do that is it's a mapped up, down, left, right, Y, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
And that console lets you practice those so you can do those on the fly.
If this is behind paid content, then it's probably something different. But because that console was in there, I think for everybody, I thought
Maybe it's just like
not,
a
I don't know.
special
So
version of it or something.
it's been a year and a half.
Since we've played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
Well,
what.
and I think I didn't play the new Alien race. We did Bugs and the freaking Terminator dudes. Those guys were.
Yeah, Marco Corona says the token for a war bond is a $10 DLC battle pass. Okay, very cool.
And what the community in this game, we're all band of brothers, man. We're all in it together because how it works is there's basically like a overseer game master that's pitting the enemies against us, and there's a big galactic map. And let's say this planet's being attacked by them. If we were to defend it, if the community defends that, then we get bonuses for the next week.
That's cool.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you lose it, you get a debuff and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's like, the whole atmosphere of this game is let's work together.
Cooperation. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Griefing is at a minimum.
Well, you can still, well, they get executed, and it's in the lore. You literally, your ship will kill you. Your ship will literally kill you if you.
Well, it's such a like throwing down an artillery stratagem or something. Like it's a very cool. Visually, it's cool, and then it's just the game makes you feel good.
It's a great game.
Yeah, it's really fun. I was upset about like I wish I could carry my stuff over, and I still do, but it is going to be kind of fun starting over.
Yeah, I mean, it's 20 extra bucks for the special edition. I'll get it just to get some cool stuff. But yeah, this is a day one purchase for me. Well, it's a pre-order for me because this is all pre-order bonuses.
This has actually been like with this announcement, like the rest of the year, at least like if you just have an Xbox console, you're getting Helldivers. You just had Final Fantasy. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake coming later.
Wait, what are you talking about? The Xbox isn't going to exist by the end of the year.
You're probably right.
It's gone.
Well, good thing I have a PC and and the ever hated Nintendo Switch 2 from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that is. also crushing it. Anyways, big news. I love Helldivers. Someone put in chat earlier, do you think we'll ever see like a Halo ODST crossover event?
Yeah, it's literally this. Like, this is it.
But official. An official crossover
I
event
don't
would be
think...
cool.
I think you have to have a Starship Troopers style humor to do this. That's what makes this game.
It's so
the humor.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could do one with ODSTs
So why
and it'd
did
be
you
cool
guys-
and great, but I feel like what was remember, like, it was like week 2 or 3, the machines took one of our planets and it hurt.
It sucks.
It hurt. Like, and it
it's
was just
ooh.
like, there was so, like, you lost your friends on that planet. And like, there was this vitriol in the community, like, we got to get these
Well,
guys
it's
back.
great.
Like, they're like,
It's great because you find out by like walking around your ship, because part of the loop is you're changing your gear or whatever,
Yeah.
and then the ad pops up at the top of your ship. It's a commercial. It's propaganda from Super Earth and how they tell you. It's just fantastic. It's so great.
What caused you guys to stop playing this game? Because I remember you guys were like
I
all
think-
in, and
well, we played for quite a while.
Fun fact: I actually think I bought this on the PlayStation.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought it, and it was like right when you guys stopped playing it.
There's a couple things. I think other games.
We like maxed out at the time of what we had. Like, we unlocked, maybe there might be 1 or 2 things in the War Bond I don't have yet, but we kind of got everything.
The developers did pretty good at releasing constant stuff too for hardcore players. The thing is, though, I'm sure there was another game that came out, and then there was a whole bunch of controversy at the time that just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth with how Sony kind of cut some of the people off from playing this game, and their community manager said some things that were stupid to say at the time. And
Yeah, we actually, fun fact, we used that as a case study.
Okay,
in
yeah.
what not to do
Helldivers 2
for community.
So it was a bunch of things, and me and Jordan pretty much. I mean, Super Earth was saved in our eyes.
You're like, we earned our citizenship.
Yeah, you got it.
There's no doubt about it.
You don't need to buy your super citizenship.
Yeah, we earned
status
our
like I do.
citizenship.
Vegeta KO says they stopped playing because David bought the game.
That's exactly. What
I mean, in fairness, I think that's happened. I think that's happened to all of us except Jordan.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Jordan is the linchpin. He's the common denominator
The
here.
worst. The worst is when you buy like tabletop stuff, because when you guys are all into like, here, I'm gonna switch the camera.
Oh yeah, we hit that really hard.
So the Star Wars, you can see. I don't know if you guys can see this up here. The Star
X-Wing.
Wars
Yeah.
X1 tabletop game. I got hard. You guys were playing for like 3 weeks, and then you're like, get it. And so I was like, oh, I play one game, so I get all this crap. That's still in its packaging.
Yeah.
We should play that game again.
We
though.
should. It's fun.
I found my little, because I
have
bought,
mine- dude, I bought a special case that houses them all.
Yeah, I bought the clear ones, so you could still see the under map of space. Which,
I bought
you
like
know,
a business briefcase, but it was built for these, and so like they're all sitting in that.
I even bought, because at first we just did like tape, because it's like a, what was it, like a 3x3
Yeah,
is the battlefield. I even bought a mat that was actually
Yeah, you bought it's stars.
3x3.
It's like
yeah,
in
star.
space.
Yeah, it was in space, so we didn't need to use a
No, I messed
puny
with it.
tape anymore.
Dude, we should play it.
You know what I want to
down.
play with you guys, but no one will do it. Warhammer.
Yeah, Warhammer's awesome.
Doesn't Barbara Blake have Warhammer?
No, I wish he
characters?
did so I could play, because I'm telling you, Warhammer is hero clicks for men.
I've thought about Warhammer. My problem is
Not that, I mean, we got into hero
my
clicks
problem
too,
is
but there was issues.
I already don't have time, and that seems like a very. Deep
I would
rabbit
even
hole.
let you play without painting your figurines. Then let your kids paint them, because like the rule is you kind of have to paint them. I think they have to be like 3 color. There's a whole thing like, well, at least like in tournament play, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, you could have like pink Space Marines. Let your daughter paint them or something, and like actually, that's what you should do. Let your kids build them. Come over to my place, and then we'll just play.
Do you have like a cool diorama?
So I have different maps, but I actually went out a while ago and I bought a certain size of like, it's like a foam thing, but I got all the, I don't know what you want to
build it
call
like
it,
a fortress?
artwork, and you can build stuff on it. So like I got like fake grass that you can put on.
You should do that.
Yeah. And then we can play in my garage.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll bring Dr. Pepper.
That
If
actually
someone
does
wants to bring
sound-
pizza.
I'll bring some hot dogs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about it because I do think it's cool, the little things. I think it's cool to collect them, but
When you
it
just
seems like
you,
a very
you just feel
a
good.
very deep rabbit hole that I don't have time.
Do you remember the
for.
feeling you had when you played Space Marine 2? Imagine that, but
that's true.
real life.
This is true. Space Marine 2 is.
Yeah, I was.
You can be those guys.
I've been going down the rabbit hole of the Warhammer lore
Oh, it's insane.
Holy
Is it
smokes.
good, though?
It
Wait,
is. It's awesome, but it's deep. Like it is. There's so much going on.
Yeah, and when you think Star Wars has hyperspace, you got to see how the Warhammer guys go into hyperspace.
Well, how do they go into hyperspace?
It like they go into like, what is it called, the void or something? It's like basically like the worst feeling you can ever have.
Oh, so it's painful.
Yeah.
Well, like, and even so, there's this like overall emperor. Okay, like, and I'm gonna butcher this, so I apologize to all
I've seen the Emperor's picture in Space Marine too.
and he's like cloned himself like 12 times, and
He's
then
like
there's
the
like
God Emperor?
demigods, and they've all gone and done their own thing, and he's now trying to absorb them or kill them off, and
Well,
it's,
what is it like? He has to consume, because he's like attached to machines. He has to consume like a crazy amount of bodies. So like innocent people just die every day. So he stays all
he
hooked
can
into
stay
yeah.
alive.
Like these guys are. I'm telling you, these guys. It's a different world.
it really is.
Dude, that's intense.
Yeah, and now you know why the Ultramarines, like why they're so.
Why they're hard.
Well, and those are like they're super soldiers. They're
Yeah.
like 10 feet tall, 8 feet tall, something like that, and they're like. I think they're somehow related to the Emperor by genetics or something. They've done something to them where they don't die. Like it's
Well, and like in the game, like how a religion, like it's very
Oh, yeah,
religious.
like in Space Marine too,
it's-
they
it's-
show the religion, and it's like that's a really cool aspect that brings this depth to it. That's
yeah. And if you disagree with them, you're a heretic and you're dead. They'll just kill you. A whole bunch of stuff. I've been watching like 3-hour videos on YouTube that are like the summary of the summary of the summary, and it's
I've
so is
gone
it
down that rabbit hole before.
So is it a book series or what? Or is it more like like Dungeons and Dragons has their
there are
manuals?
There are lots and lots of books, and there's the table. So I would say it's books. I would say that's the root. I mean, I don't know, but I would say that's the root of it.
That's cool.
But there's a lot of lore in that.
Lore
Just
is
like
cool.
Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of books. I mean, you have the Dragonlance.
It's similar to, I would say the setup is similar to like Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's a tabletop game, but it has alternate media that all is a part of this one same universe.
Universe
Via
building.
books and
Universe building is so cool when done correctly. Like we should create our own universe.
you know what we should all
I'm
do?
telling you, we should make our own game, guys.
We should
It's-
all load
it's
up the
possible
old
now.
Warhammer Dawn of War games. I think Dawn of
Yeah.
War 2 was really good.
Okay.
We all have it on Steam. We should load it up and just play.
That's the Total War.
No, Dawn of War. You actually introduced me to Dawn of War. It was way back when. Dawn of War is the real-time strategy. That's not Total War.
Oh yeah, that's really good because you capture points in that one. It was really very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Anyways, all right, everybody. Well, that basically covers everything for the day. Spicy, anything you want to say before we head out?
Yeah. The Space Marines are also known as the Adeptus Astartes.
Dude, and I love that it's like Roman names.
It's so
to
great.
everything.
They are genetically modified warriors and renowned for their superhuman strength, endurance, and combat prowess.
That is cool.
You know what's funny? I am on the very last mission of Space Marine 2. I just need to beat it. Because didn't you say that mission was actually really fun?
Dude,
Isn't it like 2 hours as well? Like
so
it's-
I'm the only one that's beat Space Marine
Yeah.
too. It's very good.
I do that with a lot of games.
You still
Because I
haven't
don't
beat
want them to
Expedition
end. I
33.
still haven't beat Expedition 33. Yeah.
Expedition 30.
Well, you better hurry because I think Wu Chung is coming out. What is it? Wu Chang Fallen Feathers?
Oh yeah.
And that's a Game Pass game, man. You've seen that game, right?
Uh-uh.
Incredibly attractive Asian woman, Souls-like game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in.
Yeah. That's all you need.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed this discussion in this week's episode. We do it every week live over on YouTube. Come subscribe to us there. If you want to become a member, support the show, consider becoming a member. You get a sweet loyalty badge that you can use during the live streams. It also does get you access to our after show that we do sometimes.
Yep.
But when we do it, let me tell you,
Are we doing one today or no?
it's a good time. I don't know. I have to check my phone.
Okay. We may have an after show, everybody. Stay tuned.